What is up, everybody? Back again in another video and another episode of the How Strong series. Now, this video is going to be a little different because this character literally doesn't have that many showings because, it's literally like a one-off, one type of situation when it comes to this powered-up version of Thanos. I've done a video about Thanos in the past. Be sure to check out those older videos in my How Strong series about him. Be sure to check out my other video about Thanos about how strong he is when you get the chance. For those that are curious, yes, I will start doing feat runs of characters in their powered up states, aka forms they can't achieve naturally or they don't normally have, or just powered up states that it's just basically outside help. Forms that just normally what he is, normally what the character is and how powerful they actually is. I mean, for good reason. If a character was actually like this all the time, the characters will be really hard to write. In this particular run, very short run, I'll be going over Thanos in the Infinity Ending, a story where he pretty much becomes almighty above everybody in existence ever. Yeah, I know, that's crazy, right? He's done this multiple times throughout the comics with the Heart of the Universe, the Infinity Gauntlet, Cosmic Cubes, but this time he just becomes everything and literally anything because Jim Starlin is basically dipping and he wants to go out with a bang, basically, because Jim Starlin's taking a break writing Marvel. Might be back in the future, might not, who knows, but he's done a lot for Thanos anyway, the original creator of Thanos. As you can see, you can get a good look at his appearance. Like, he literally looks like a big old universe. Like, usually, like, this it reminds me of Eternity. Like, you know how Eternity, you can, like, literally see stars and planets in space when you look at her. That's what Thanos looks like. Look like Thanos is a fusion of the abstracts into one. You can pause it right here if you want to read what this is actually about. Read the run if you like. It's a very long run, by the way. Very long read. You'll be sitting here for about a few hours. I'm not exaggerating. Thanos has gotten so powerful, he achieved such an exalted station within the cosmic pantheon, he refuses to bend the knee to anybody in reality. He's within a timeless and placeless realm at the moment. Like, what? A timeless and placeless realm? How is that even possible? If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking he's holding a star in his hand. Right here, he's evidently talking to the living tribunal and the one above all, evidently. I think these are avatars of their true selves, but that's none of my business. Causing this big old explosion ripple, evidently he takes them out. Evidently. Thanos becomes so powerful, he's like literally fused with everything. Evidently he fused with the one above all and the living tribunal to the point where he can see all and be everywhere at once. It's even stated throughout the comic, everywhere in the comic. Like, it literally goes into detail how he explains how he's like his conscience become infinite and eternal. He's a tree in the primordial jungle and beasts lumbering past it. Like, his face, that's really creepy. His face is like right there next to the dinosaurs. Like, what? Looking out and a witness the dawn of creation. Like, he's looking at it, and as it ends, he feels every presence, even microbes and atoms. He's a part of the very existence. Like, what? Even a part of evolution, even a part of bears, organisms, predators. Don't tell me he can actually see the comic book reader reading. Like, he's seeing our reality too. Like, what? Evidently, that's Odin right there. It's like he's his own mother because he's kind of like the mother of all things at the moment and father, and he's what? Like, he's holding himself. Like, he states right here how strange to be one of his own mother cradling in my arms, my past self. Like, what? He said, even as I peer upon other birth, I view the universes. Like, he can literally see everything. He became so powerful, they think they're like hiding from his gaze, but he can still see them. As you can see, like the little dot, that's his actual eye. Thanos can see all at this moment. Of course, he can effortlessly time travel because he's like literally everywhere, even the past, present, and future all at once. Talks about his constant supremacy in the past. Is it me or he like look like the death entity fused to? He's already fused with all the abstracts, including the living tribunal. Nice Easter egg to the writer, Starlin's bar. I see what he did there. Pip the Troll arrows are going through the time stream, messing stuff up. He can still sense the disturbances in the time stream, even though they're happening in a different time period. That's how awake he is. And in this particular moment in time, he's fighting the Avengers. I know that's crazy. They're like going through different moments of time and stopping different calamities and making more calamities, blah, 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 blah. As you can see here, he actually sees it, the time stream as this. He fixes one, then another disturbance happens. More cosmic aspect beings, Grandmaster and In-Betweener, Galactus level beings. Another moment in time. Yeah, they're going through the time trying to stop Thanos from doing this stuff. Very hard task. Fighting the Avengers in this particular issue, one of the million times they fought. This time he has the stones, you can see. Well, it's not really much more to explain other than just reading the comic straight up. Thanos in this particular issue is absurd. Like, absurd. Evidently, he's on the living tribunal's level at the very least. If I was to lowball him, if I wanted to be honest, I don't know if I could put him on the exact level of the one above all, because there are some writing inconsistencies even in this story. For the simple fact that if he was truly on the one above all's level, like, you wouldn't even be able to trick Thanos into like losing his power in this situation. Evidently, everything goes back to normal at the end of the comic, obviously. But I don't see how that would actually be possible to actually do that to the real one above all level of being. Like, he can be tricked, his limitations, even though it's very incoherent. Like, the limitations is so microscopic, it's hard to even give or say he has any flaws. But even in this state, he doesn't seem like he is knows everything, even though he knows pretty much almost everything we would need to know. I mean, but he can still be tricked into, whatever, blah, 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 like the story did. When you read the story, you see what I'm talking about. Does it seems just infinite upon infinite upon infinite. I mean, he wanted to stop Adam Warlock and Arios from going back in time and doing stuff to prevent all this stuff from happening, but evidently they was able to hide from his gaze little by little, even though he found them. It was like, if he was like all powerful, like the one above all, he would be able to just be like stop them instantly and they're just done. But read the story and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, he seems like he does have some limitations, but it doesn't matter. He's still like nigh omnipotent still. Definitely one of the mightiest power-ups ever. Probably even above Chaos King Hercules and even freaking Rune King Thor. Some of the craziest amps in comic history from other characters in history. This amp seems to be at the top of the list. Might even be above that time he had the heart of the universe. I know, right? That's crazy to think about that. So yeah, this version of Thanos is absurd, fused with all the abstract beings together, including living tribunal level. I would say in this form, where does he rank? He's definitely nigh omnipotent. Probably the only being that truly, truly surpasses him is the true form of the one above all, because it does seem like he does have some form of limitations. You can't hide from his gaze in this universe to some degree. But if he was truly the one above all level, I don't think he would even do this. But what do you guys think? You guys read this crazy story? This story was crazy. He definitely did go out with a bang, though. The writer for Thanos really wanted to show what he can do and what his character has done. But what do you guys think? Is there any more characters in the How Strong series you want me to do? I know this was a different How Strong series because I'm only covering one comic. Didn't want to stay on this one necessarily too long, though. This was a very, very long read. Although I will admit, Jim Starlin did make a really good character and a well-written character for the majority of his career. Other than these absurd power-ups, I prefer Thanos stories where he would just, normal Thanos, would just curb stomp teams of heroes in the base state with no stones. I like that fact about him. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think I was lowballing this Thanos? Do you think I was overhyping this Thanos? Do you think he actually is on the one above all level, even though that seems a little weird based on some of the inconsistencies in his story? But yeah, he's probably still above the Living Tribunal still because he got his power and the other characters, fused together as one big giant abstract calamity, basically. What do you guys think? Make sure you post some comments down below. Let me know what you all think. And I'll see you guys next time.